Hello, 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 everybody. What's up? What's up? Oh my goodness. Hi. Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, afternoon.
Hi.
How's it going, guys? Oh my goodness. I am feeling so much better. So it's basically, I think I'm basically recovered, which I'm very, very thrilled to report because that means I can bring the juice today for you. So exciting. How are you guys doing? Good? Yes? Maybe? No? Terrible?
Good.
Okay, that's what I want to hear. Maybe just give me in the chat as we are all joining, just give me an energy number 1 to 10. 1 is like, I am dying death. I really just can't do a whole lot. 10 is like, I'm on fire. I'm at a 10 today, guys. I'm really feeling good. So give me your energy number in the chat. Got a couple sevens in there. All right. All right. I see you. Sevens. We got an 8. Ooh, I love it. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. So today we are gonna talk through some of your revenue ideas. And I will also do a quick overview of starting a print shop and or doing photo licensing, just so you guys know what's entailed in each of those revenue options, and so you can see if that's something you might be interested in adding or if you want to pass on it. So starting a print shop, the I did I can't her name is Sarah Alefson. She has a very successful print shop of her own, and she licenses her work to Juniper Print Shop, Artfully Walls, and a few other stockists as well. And she is making, I think last we talked, it was like 2 to 3 thousand a month from her print shop. Um, and so the way that she runs her print shop is that it's she has her own print shop with its own Instagram handle and like a storefront. But then she also licenses her work to other stockists like Artfully Walls, like um, the a few other Juniper Print Shop, other places that I've mentioned. So to actually set up your print shop, um, it, it, after you've shot all the work, probably takes 2 to 3 hours total. Like naming it, creating putting it into Squarespace, all of those kind of back end things. But the most important question to ask yourself as to whether you want to start a print shop or not is, do you like the idea of shooting mostly landscapes and or sort of fine art images? Um, so like that's kind of step zero as far as, do I want to start a print shop? Is that something I want to add to my um, repertoire of revenue? Do you like the idea of traveling to go shoot images for a print shop? Do you already travel for sessions and take landscape photos or um, fine art sort of detail photos? Do you follow other print shops, and are you interested in like working with interior designers um, to provide art for their clients? And also, are you interested in potentially shooting in a completely different way than you do your portraits and weddings and other other modes of photography? Because shooting for a print shop, the biggest thing that you need to consider is what your imagery looks like big on a wall. Um, and when you're thinking about that, you're going to be, shooting at higher f-stop numbers. Um, and composing a little bit differently, making sure that the way you compose and the way that you fill a frame is very intentional rather than just like a much more shoot from the hip type of thing that we're doing in portraiture. So I'm curious from that sort of very high level questioning, which of you feel like you might be interested in doing a print job? Okay, Erica and maybe Natalie and maybe Liz. Okay, cool, cool. Then we will keep down this rabbit hole. So the first thing to do is to curate your current work so that it has a specific style, voice, vibe. And so it's what Sarah recommends is kind of the classic 3 adjective approach to like what could you describe your prints as being? So are they energetic, colorful, and fun? Are they calm, minimal, collected? Because your tagline, whatever your print shop name is going to be, you're going to have a tagline that's different from that, that's going to describe like energetic, bright, colorful prints for the happy home, or for the modern home, or for whatever type of home. And so she recommends having that front-facing print shop that's your own as more of a portfolio, standalone portfolio type of vibe. And then that is what you bring to stockists, and that's what you email to Artfully Walls or whatever other stockists you would like to be in. Now, as far as getting your work in with stockists like Artfully Walls or Juniper Print Shop, it's actually pretty easy to find contact info for those stockists, and some of them even have a submission process that's already laid out. So like Artfully Walls, I know has a submission process that's like, I'm pretty sure it's direct on their website. I could double check on that. But you basically submit your portfolio or your website and submit it to them, and they either approve it or they don't approve it, or they just pick and choose specific pieces to put into print. The nice thing about getting your work with a stockist is that they're going to take care of all the back end work, and they're going to take care of printing, shipping, all of that, and then you just get a percentage cut. And big stockists like Artfully Walls, or what's the other one that's like there's Society 6, but then there's like one that's in between those two. Does anybody know what I'm thinking of? If you don't, I'll think of it later. But not all stockists are created equal. And so somewhere like Society 6, that's more of I don't even know actually if Society 6 you have to be like approved. I think you might be able to even just upload there. So there are some sites that you can just upload and there's no barrier to entry, but the stockists where you have to get approval and that are curated are going to be better for you all around as far as distribution, people seeing your work. Places like Society 6, your work's just going to get really buried unless you already have an existing audience. I personally wouldn't put my work on Society 6 for those reasons. It would be a lot of work for just questionable return on that investment. Whereas doing the upfront work to curate your work, to decide the vibe of your print shop, and the vibe of your print shop can be totally different than the vibe of your portraiture if you want it to be. It does not have to be the same at all. So once you've done all that work to decide the vibe, to curate those 3 adjectives, energetic, bright, happy prints for the whatever home, and given your print shop a name, then it's really easy to build out a website. You can use Squarespace. I recommend using whatever website you host and system you already have, and just getting a new, either starting with, you can even start with a page on there, or just getting a new domain that you're not going to be like, I'm not going to recommend Squarespace if you've never used Squarespace, but Squarespace is really easy for this purpose because it has a built-in like shop, and it's really simple to insert, say, your Instagram feed and link up your Instagram feed to the website, so that when you're posting new work from your print shop on your Instagram, on the print shop Instagram, it's automatically updating and populating on the website. But again, use whatever website you have, you already have currently. And once you've curated all of that, then you know what stockists, and it's much easier to tell looking at stockists which ones are going to be a fit for your specific print shop brand. So you can look at a place like Cherish, the home goods site, and see like, okay, this is eclectic, vintage, more high end. Does that fit? Does that vibe fit with my clean, modern, minimal print shop? Probably not. And so you can, once you've decided what direction your print shop wants to go, you'll find homes for it to live. So it is important to curate stockists and to be picky about which stockists you want to be in on. And like anything else, it's going to be a numbers game, and it's going to be about building relationships. So submitting your print shop website or portfolio, you can even just start with a PDF portfolio of work, and you don't have to start with a website at all if you don't want to. But I think somebody was just mentioning Pigtime. Oh, yeah. Okay, so Pigtime just actually did announce that an art galleries feature. That's for sure what I would use. I totally forgot about that. Thank you, Erica. So, yeah. And then Michelle was asking, with Squarespace, would you still have to mail and distribute your prints? Yes. So if you're selling directly on your website, you're going to have to be the fulfillment. But with Pigtime, if you use Pigtime, they'll be the fulfillment for you with the art gallery feature. But you do have to do your homework, especially a little bit more with prints and print shop for pricing than you do with just like little photo prints, because big prints can get really expensive to print depending on what lab you use, and shipping can get really expensive. So Sarah told me a story of when she was first starting out, somebody wanted to buy a huge print from her, and she was like, cool, I'm just going to charge them $2,000. That'll be great. She ended up losing money on the print because she hadn't run her numbers as far as how much it was actually going to cost her to print and ship this piece. So just make sure before you quote any pricing or put any pricing on your site that you are that you have a lab that you like to work with for bigger prints. Sarah recommends and uses Bay Photo. I think they're in the Bay Area, but I could be making that up. So Bay Photo is where I would start, just to make it be easy. Yeah. Okay. There's a couple of links in the chat that I wanted to. Okay, so Erica, Katie Chang is your friend that has launched a successful print shop? Tell us more.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I wasn't muted this whole time. My kids have been going,
Oh, no,
but
you're okay.
Yeah, so she just has it as like one of the header links on her website. And then when you click on it, it takes you right to her Pixie set, just a gallery, and you can order print straight off there. And she says her revenue is mostly from past clients, family, and friends, but it is just a steady stream. So I didn't know if you like release these images to a bigger company, do they want like that to be exclusive? Or are you okay to sell them like anywhere, multiple places?
Yeah, so that's a good question. Every stockist is going to be different.
Mhm.
So when you submit somewhere like Artfully Walls, you'll actually want to read the fine print of what you're agreeing to when you submit, because some of them they do want exclusivity,
Mhm.
and but most of them will allow you to sell on your own, like on your own storefront, and also to sell through them. But it just depends. It just depends on what you prefer. Um, yeah, it's stockist like this. And so if you are somebody who's like, listen, I really want to do like the minimal amount of work with this, and I just want to try it and see what happens, then you would be more focused on well, actually, they're probably about the same amount of work, honestly, because if you're selling on your own through your own storefront, you're going to be dealing with um, getting an audience and getting actual people in the door and dealing with the back end of printing, etc. And if you're doing with a stockist, they're going to take care of all that for you. You're just going to get a smaller percentage. So if you really want to do this well, the 1-2 punch of doing both is going to give you the best results. And then you're able to have sales on holidays. Uh, just whenever you need some extra cash, you can throw up your prints on sale. And that's a really great way to go. So for somebody who has a very location specific business, um, well, let's just talk generally about what types of images do well and what type in a print shop and what types of images stockists are looking for. Landscapes are always at the top of the list as far as images that do well. And so this is actually it's landscapes, beach scenes, and um, things like trees, water, just very, very, the word that's coming to mind is generic, but I don't want it to sound that has a negative connotation, and that's not what I'm going for. But you don't want a very specific or polarizing um, aspect to your subject matter. So you don't want a person in the photos for 90% of cases. If you're going to have a figure, a subject in the photos, then it needs to be a faceless or um, figure that's a silhouette, etc., versus a something that's very subject focused and driven is going to do better. Flowers actually surprisingly don't do as well and aren't as picked up by stockists. Now, after Sarah told me that, I was like mad and a little bit shocked and like, no, I want flowers to be like super popular. And so I found a woman named Deb. Oh, what's her? Deb Chalk, I think. I'm gonna look her handle up and tag all of you in her work because she does these like very close-ups of flowers that turn into um, more of a composition study than like this is a flower, but they're still like clearly flowers. And she has her own like exhibition and she sells prints and she's killing it. So I'm telling you both of those sides of the story and both of those things to say, like, hey, if you are really into flowers and you really want to include that in your print shop and you really want to continue to make that work, make those images, please don't stop because I'm saying flowers don't historically do well with these types of stockists. I do know that like Juniper Print Shop, for example, flowers don't do well with them. So it can also be different stockists that have different preferences and their specific audience prefers different subject matter. So, holy moly, we just threw a whole lot at once. Talk to me through questions you have about setting up your print shop or making this a successful project venture for you. Anybody on the fence about starting a print shop that wants me to talk them on or off this ledge?
You have a print shop?
I don't. Yeah, I have too many other projects that I want to do right now. And I don't like shooting landscapes. So if I do a print shop, it's gonna have to be something totally different. And so my mental energy is flowing other places at the moment. And I have other streams of revenue that I'm more excited about. So it's not for me right now. But it definitely could be in the future. I won't rule it out. Yeah. So let's talk then about streams of revenue for each of you and where you're at in, if you have an idea about a stream of revenue or multiple streams of revenue that you want to add to your business. If you don't have any ideas that are particularly for you and you just want to like put yourself in the hot seat and we can have some aha moments. If you have one that you want to run by all of us that we can, or if you just are like, I'm for sure doing this, here's my first step, we can cheer you on. If we have a volunteer, that's great. If not, I'll just go around the screen. Isn't this fun, guys? First of all, okay, before we do this, guys, long story short, I'm in a Tony Robbins program right now, and I am like so excited and loving it. It was actually very generously gifted to me by someone. I'll tell you the whole story at the end of our time together, I'm sure. But through this program, night one was yesterday, and the biggest thing that I took away was about how much our body plays into our psychology. So through this whole thing, if any of you guys know Tony Robbins, do you know Tony Robbins? Yes? Raise your hand. Okay. If you don't know Tony Robbins, he's like the original life coach, personal development guru. And he's been at this for like 45 years. So the thing about our body psychology, the interaction between the two, is that our bodies lead our minds. And so a lot of times when we're just like sitting here and we're just sitting back and we're trying to like soak in information, we don't retain it very well if we're just sitting here. We have to get our bodies involved. So that's why my dancing is like for real, actually helps you retain things. So I won't make you guys dance, but I am gonna make you like at least get your arms up and involved. You can even just do like a double fist bump was the thing that they always had us do. Double fist bump. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Doesn't it just like make your energy go through the roof? It's so exciting. It's so fun. Okay. With that, we're going to start with revenue ideas. Who wants to volunteer? If not, I'm going to go around the screen.
I'll volunteer.
Natasha, talk to us. What's up, girl?
I really don't have any ideas.
Okay, I love it. This is so perfect. I'm so glad that you're going first. Okay, so you've got right now, all your offers are shooting based, correct?
Correct. I do have a Lightroom mobile preset.
Okay.
That is sold on my website, but it's.
Tell me how that's going.
I think I launched it about a year ago. And I think I've maybe sold 25.
Who's
like
it for?
25 people have bought it. It's really for like moms.
Okay.
or, and it's just for Lightroom Mobile. Super
Okay.
simple.
For though, it's for mom, but what does
Yep.
it do?
It just basically brightens and your cell phone pic. So it's super straightforward. Changes the color slightly, but it's very simple.
Okay. How is this different or better or more exciting than something they could do themselves or another preset that they could get elsewhere?
So it doesn't put any sort of weird colors in it. Like it's looks the way it looks to the eye. Because I personally find that cell phone pictures tend to be the colors off slightly. So I guess that's pretty much it. I don't know how it's different than anything. I mean, it's just sort of a personal preference. So I've sold them a lot to clients,
Love it.
obviously.
Love it.
But then I've had, random people who I don't even know who have found it. So
Cool. How much is it?
you know what? That is a great question because it changed. Isn't that awful? I think it's because when I launched it, it was less.
I don't know how much it costs, but
So when I launched it, it was less. Hold on, I'm going to tell you how much it is. Because when I launched it was less, and then it went up, and then it is, I'm going to tell you, give me 1 second. It is $20.
perfect. Okay. So $20 is the regular price.
$20 is the regular price. I launched it, I think, at $14.99.
Okay. So with pricing, I recommend that whatever offer you have a regular price and a sale price, and that you base all your desire and juice and strategy on the sale price. That
Okay.
anytime you get a sale at the regular price, it's just like, whoop, cool, bonus, awesome. Wasn't planning on that. That you plan to sell it at the sale price. And so that it should be listed on your website at the regular price, but that anytime you need to have a sale and you want to have a sale, you put it up at the sale price.
Okay.
So, Natasha, for you, the biggest and best thing that I would recommend starting with is like, let's double down on what's working. You have sold 20 something of these. That is enough to say that it's working, that there's a demand for it, that people are interested in this, and that they want to buy it from you. So the fact that you sell it to clients, I think is brilliant and genius. That it's like, it's the mini version of how they can get a little taste of Natasha and bring that home with them after their awesome session, and they like get all excited seeing their photos. They want to take some photos of their own kids. They can have a little slice of Natasha with them in the future. So I would add this, a couple things I would do. I would make the regular price a tad higher. I would recommend like a $29 price point. I would also recommend the sale price, and in general, sale pricing be not like 0.99, because then you're competing with like all the apps that are like $3.99, $5.99, whatever for apps. And we're not in the same category as that. This is a boutique experience where boutique pricing, it doesn't mean it has to be expensive. It doesn't mean everything you do has to be expensive. It just means it's better to just do it as a round number. So 29, I would say, should be the regular price. And then for the sale price, I would recommend either 19 or 14 or 17. Usually ending in 7 or 9 is better.
Okay.
The weird studies that they've done on pricing show that ending the numbers like 29 or 17 or 47, those prices when split is so fascinating, you guys. When they split test pricing, those ending numbers perform better. People buy more of them than like 0.99 or whatever else. It's so weird, but I'm cool with going with all the nerds that have split tested pricing. We'll just take their wisdom and run with it. So, and also the other thing that I would do, Natasha, is just put this in everywhere and anywhere you ever want to do it. I would put it up on your social media at least once a week in your stories. I would put it as a PS at the end of your emails. Like, PS, did you know that I have a preset that is true to color, not like those, because what you told me is that it's true to color. It doesn't put in any weird, it's not like a filter.
Yes.
So I would say, you can also, I think a lot of the selling point of this preset is what it's not. Like, it's not a cheesy filter. It's not overkill. It's not, excuse me, there's a COVID cough coming through. You can sell it just as much by what it's not as what it is.
Okay.
I would also, Natasha, put this as when somebody signs up for your newsletter, for your email list, for your freebie, whatever it is, I have had great success with, it's called a thank you page offer. So that the page they see when they sign up for your freebie is actually a limited time offer for your thing. So for you, it's going to be this preset. So it would be like, thanks so much for, signing up for my, what's your freebie?
I have a couple, but what to wear is probably
Thanks so
my
much
main
for
one.
signing up for the newsletter. Your what to wear guide is on its way to your inbox. In the meantime, timer at the top, limited time offer, sale price of your preset, whatever it is. So it would be, preferably it's a 30-minute timer. So it's like not a long timer at all, that they can get the sale price, $14, $17, whatever it is, on your mobile preset. On that page, you need to have like tons of before and afters for the preset, like what it actually does to the photos, testimonials from clients who have done it, who have liked it, who use it on their photos, and then frequently asked questions about like everything that I just asked you. Why is this different than what can I do this on my own, would be basically a question that you would want to ask. Can't I just manipulate Lightroom myself and get the same look for free? If this is so simple, why can't I do it, is basically the question that you want to answer.
Okay.
So I would answer that by some version of, basically you could sit around and mess with this Lightroom app for hours and try to get the colors exactly right and try to get, it in all different settings of light, get it to perform well in all different types of lighting. But I've already done all that work for you and am offering you the chance to grab that for $15 or whatever.
Okay. That's good. I like it. I do have a black and white one too that I've been playing around with. So maybe I'll do
Sweet.
something with that eventually.
Yeah. Cool. The other thing I would do, Natasha, is look at other people who are selling presets successfully. So I'm a film shooter, so I don't know the preset words super well, but Jess Kettle is one that comes to mind. I don't know if you know Jessica Kettle presets. But I mean, you can have there's so much content around presets, and a lot of it is before and afters in different settings of light, on different skin tones, on different, every scenario. You sort of want to know, people want to know that whatever their scenario is that they think is special, whether it's a skin tone that they don't see represented, or it's a lighting scenario that they don't see represented, what is it that would stop people from buying this? And you're going to basically answer those objections through images and those types of things.
Awesome. Yeah.
Does it feel good, or does it feel like too much?
No, it's good because I already have it set up. So it's these are just tweaks. It's great.
Yeah, exactly. Or whatever, but that's actually enough. That's so much to tell that there's a market for this and that people want to buy this from you. It's really exciting.
Great. Thanks.
Cool. Yeah, and we can start there. And then once you see those sales rolling in, you might get a little addicted. You may be like, what other stream of revenue can I add here? And then we'll be here for you again then. Woot woot! Okay, I want to have like snaps for Natasha. Gotta get our bodies back in. Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. Who's next?
I'll go.
Thank
Um,
you. Hi, Natalie.
Hi, how's it going?
Amazing.
So I have a couple already. I have a Photo 101 workshop for moms. I used to in person, but I moved it to an e-course because it was really hard to get people to commit to a day and sell out an in-person workshop to make it worth it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I haven't been real diligent about pushing it and
Okay.
trying to sell it. I just kind of get stuff every now and then. And then I have a stock photography site for birth images and breastfeeding images for doulas, lactation consultants, hospitals, stuff like that.
Brilliant.
And so
Okay.
my like idea for the future, one of my students from my 101 workshop is a travel. Oh, my street photography. One day, Michelle, I'll get there. I'm gonna open a print shop. Anyway, one of my students from my mom workshop is a travel influencer. She's getting big on Instagram, and my like dream is for us to partner and do a workshop because my what she learned from me is what has catapulted her Instagram into success because her pictures are so much better, and she does promote my work.
Ooh.
But that's kind of where I want to go. Like I want to have this fun mom weekend workshop where we get together and have a cool location and learn to take photos from me and then learn about travel influencing from her, or if that's what
Love
they want
it.
to traveling with your kids.
Love it. Okay. You have so much here. Let's decide where to go first.
Okay.
Because you can do any one of these things first, is what I want to offer to you. Like, you don't have to wait to do the travel influencer weekend thing because so many of your past Photo 101 students and current audience would be really interested in that offer. And with your powers combined, selling that workshop is going to be easy. Okay? So it sounds like that's what you really want to do. So I would, is that right? That's, if you had to choose like one that you're most attracted to, it would be that one?
Yes, for sure. But her timeline is not there yet. She still has like a 5 or 3-year-old. So she'd have to wait until they were both in school to be able to do something like that.
That's what she's told you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So in the meantime, I would make a plan to promote your Photo 101 course.
Mhm.
And also, is she an affiliate of your mom course?
He is not, but that's a good idea.
Because that would give her, number one, more incentive to talk more about it, and two, you a lot more people from her audience buying your thing that you've already created. I love that we're finding so much that you guys have already done, because that is the truth, that so we all have assets that are like finished and ready to sell and make more money, and all you have to do is just tell people about it. So with the Mom 101, the Photo 101 course, I would take another pass back through it and kind of finesse maybe some things. If it's been a while since you've taken a look at it, and maybe it needs like a little TLC and updating, or just like reorganizing in some formats, or maybe it's good to go. And then I would do the same thing where you have a regular price and a sale price.
I do.
And then also figuring out what you want to pay an affiliate at the standard for like online products for affiliates is anywhere between 30 and 50%. for an affiliate commission
Okay.
on a course like that. What do you
How
sell
do-
that course for?
I just increased the price. The sale price is $129. The regular price is $179.
Okay. I would recommend going back to that idea of the 97 price point that has been tested. I would do the regular price at $297 and the sale price at no less than $197. Because this is going back to what we talked about last week. We're getting your people a result. Like, what is the result that they get for going through this course? Like, they're not paying for the class. They're not paying to learn how to use their camera. They're paying to get what? I'm
Consistently
gonna have
better.
you. Yeah, okay, so consistently better pictures of their family. But why?
So that they have those memories. They don't have to pay someone else to do it quite as often, because they bought this big camera and they never use it. They just pull out their iPhone because it takes the same pictures because they don't know how to use the camera to make the pictures that they're seeing. All those reasons.
Exactly. So this whole, like, the regular price is $179, the sale price is $129. Like, it just feels like nickel and diming to me. And anytime you have a sale price and a regular price in the same, like, they both start with a 1, it just feels like, what's the point? What's the point of this regular price, sale price? Like, there needs to be something significant in the change between regular price and sale price. So for you, Natalie, anytime that you want to have a sale, I would put that on sale for $197.
Okay.
And as you go, again, just making sure that you have, I'm sure you already have great testimonials from it.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
this is the other thing that you can do with a sale is just tease it out a little bit. So if you want to do, say, like a Valentine's sale or even a like 1st of February sale, you can make up whatever sale you want. Just day before, 2 days before, whatever, like you're sending out your weekly email or you're just on stories or whatever. Hey, I'm really excited. I'm going to be dropping a sale tomorrow. Keep your eyes on your inbox. So do you already have bomb testimonials that are like, besides your travel blogger friend? I mean, if you don't have a written testimonial from her, I would get one ASAP.
I do. And she's also written like articles for my blog on taking photos with your kids while traveling. That kind of stuff.
Awesome.
And then
Yeah, you can slice all that up and put it on a sales page, put it in sales emails. Like, I would get together for a flash sale, you guys, usually it's 2 to 3 days long. It's not long. And you can put any number of emails that you want in there. You don't have to just do 1 email a day, is what I'm saying. You could do, usually it's 1 email the first day, 2 emails the second day, 3 the third day, if you're going full throttle. But you could also just do 1 email the first day, 1 email the second day, 2 the last day, 4 emails total. But what I would do, Natalie, is I would get like a sequence of emails together that's like your flash sale email sequence for this course, so that 3 or 4 times a year or more, you can run a sale on the course and make some cash. Make sure you have, the biggest things that are going to sell in those emails are testimonials and before and after pictures. Like your travel blogger friend, we need to see her photos before the course, her photos after the course. Same thing with anybody else, like any other super fans that you have, graduates of the course. If you can ask them for before and after photos, those are really compelling and powerful.
awesome.
Okay, so what from all of that feels like a good, action item that you could do this week?
I think I need to start with looking over the course.
Okay, perfect. Amazing. That's what you're going to do this week. And then you'll come back for the next step as you're ready next time.
One,
Amazing.
how do you keep track of your affiliate earnings? Oh, that you're-
What platform are you using to sell your
Square.
course? Squarespace? Okay. I don't know if they have any built-in way to do an affiliate sale or discount or that kind of thing. But there might be a way through Squarespace that you could create a specific link. I would just Google like Squarespace affiliate and just see if there's any built-in way that they can get a special code or a special link. Those are going to be the most common ways. I'm sure Squarespace has something, and if they don't, they probably have a plugin or something that you could use. I think a code might be even be the easiest way. But yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. So what I would do too for your affiliate program is I would leave that till last.
Okay.
I wouldn't try to get that set up before you do all these other things.
Okay.
Awesome. Excited. Keep us posted on how you go. Amazing, amazing. Who's next?
I can go.
Please. Hi, Michelle.
Okay. So I don't know. I have
Wait,
a
before you do
couple-
it, you have to have a cute screenshot. One sec. Maggie, you missed it. Maggie was not in her highest energy for that screenshot. I'm going to tag you on the gram. Just kidding.
like my nice
All right, Michelle.
bike in the background. It's great. So I have a couple ideas. One was to do some like Valentine's mini sessions. So I'm working on that and like hoping that I can get the slots I want filled. I just posted about it for the first time yesterday and I haven't really had like any response, but I mean, it was the first day, so I just need
Cool.
to keep posting. And also the idea of like the print shop is compelling to me because I have taken some landscape pictures that I like, and we also went to Italy and I did a lot of pictures of like architectural things and landscapes. And there's some really pretty images from there. But I think with the print shop, I've always been intimidated because I'm worried that like the images aren't gonna print well, or like that they'll come out not looking like good quality, I guess. I don't know, like if someone orders too big of a size, or I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
I just feel like, are they good enough or like high quality enough to be in a print shop, sort of a thing.
Yeah, totally. So, the thing to do is you actually resize for print in a specific way, and it's with like going over your DPI, and I need to go over that again to pass it on to you, but I will give you like a step-by-step in the Facebook group from Sarah, because I haven't printed my stuff like 30 by 40 super huge in a long time. So I'll give you that step-by-step tutorial, but with film, you do need to make sure that you have either medium format originally, or because you can do the 110% trick with medium format. Do you guys know the 110% trick? So you can, with medium format only, you can go to image in Photoshop, just image size, resize, and there's like a pixels option and there's a percent option. And you can just put in 110%, and you just can do that. You can just upsize it by 110% until you get to the size that you want to get to. And because the negative of a medium format frame is bigger, you can do that with medium format, no problem. Even with regular size, 8x10 scan size images. So that's how I resize all my work, because it's like 90% medium format. With 35 millimeter, you might have to get large or fat boy size scans, and you're going to be dealing with grain. And so, yes, that's going to be something that you need to address and figure out. I don't think it's an asset or a hindrance necessarily. It's just you need to make a choice as to whether like you are team 35 millimeter film, like and if so, like, yeah, I would recommend going to see, like, find some museum exhibition that has 35 millimeter photography printed so that you can go see how big how the grain looks big and up close and in a museum quality setting. I don't think it's not like it's a good thing or it's a bad thing. It just is a thing that you need to address and figure out ahead of time. And for you, Michelle, my instinct would be that that's something that you should embrace and that you should go full out on. So for you too, I would think about artists like John Dolan or Holger Thoss. I think they both, I know John Dolan does. I don't know if Holger, I think this is how you spell his name. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but this is John Dolan. They both shoot 35 millimeter film. I'm pretty sure Holger Thoss, I'm not 100%. And they have for like, I mean, they're like the OGs, like they've been at this for years and years and years. So don't hesitate to like reach out to them and be like, hey, I'm thinking of starting a print shop. Should I with 35 millimeter film? What's your, just quick advice, no rush on reply. It'd be a dream to hear from you. If not, totally understand. Follow up a week later.
Yeah. No, that's really great advice. Thank you. What you were saying about resizing your medium format images, do you make that when you print them, or like is that what you deliver to clients too?
That's what I deliver to clients. So if they buy high-res files, I'm just resizing 8x10 scans. I'm not buying like giant scans from the lab.
Oh, so do you just do regular scans, not like large?
Yeah, just regular.
And then resize them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so cool. So Michelle, for you for this week, you're gonna still focus on your Valentine's minis, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm hoping. So
Okay, so what I would recommend doing is pulling up a mood board and showing people a mood board, because I saw your stories yesterday and it was your cute face saying that minis were available and a picture of the studio, which is a good start, but people are like, WTF kind of mini session is this? Like, what kind of photos am I gonna get? They have no idea. So I would love to see a mood board. I would love to see more photos of your work that fit the vibe that you're going for. My questions are these like, is this just Michelle Watkins mini version for Valentine's Day, or is this like a theme? Are we having a setup? Is this a certain vibe? Am I supposed to wear certain colors? Like, any question that people might have in their pretty hearts, like, you go ahead and answer ahead of the game, ahead of time.
yeah, that's a really good idea.
Cool. So do all that
For sure.
before you ask for questions, but then you can ask for questions like, hey, what do you have any questions about mini session? Like, would you ever book a Valentine's mini session? And it can also be like frequently asked questions that people have not asked you yet. Like, I've been getting questions. You don't need to say that if you haven't been getting questions. But you can be like, you might be wondering, are these for entire families? Are these for mother and kid? Are these for couples? Because I think you posted one image and it was of a couple. So I'm wondering, people thought like, oh, this is just for a couple.
Yeah,
So what is it for?
Yeah, I think I want it to be more like families. Yeah, basically just like a mini version of a family session. But I also don't want to set like too high of an expectation because they need to be short because I'm like renting the studio and I only reserved it for like 3 hours. And so I just worry, like knowing myself, that I'm not going to be fast enough and take longer than like the time that I'm allotting to like each family.
Yeah.
But I just need to work through that and figure out like how I'm gonna approach that.
Yeah, so I would, you're going to work through that, but you also need to share that with people because people, anyone who's ever done either a full session or a mini session with any photographer anytime is going to be wondering that. They're going to be wondering, hey, if I bring, like, if I'm bringing my 4 kids and my husband, what are we doing in 15 minutes? Like, are we just doing the whole family if I bring my whole family? Do I maybe want to bring just one of my kids? Do I maybe just want to bring my youngest? Do I want it to be just for me and my husband? Um, Talk people through all those possibilities and options and let them know here's what's going to happen if you do bring your whole family. Like, we're going to get whole family shots. That's it. If you just bring one of your kids, we're going to get like lots of sweet moments with you too. I can get a headshot of just you. Talk them through all those things. Photography is such a nebulous purchase, you guys, that people don't know what they're getting when they pay all this money up front. And even if we're like, this makes so much sense, it's a mini session, they don't know what it is. So walk them through all those options. That's not only going to help them feel more confident in making a purchase from you, but it's also going to help them imagine themselves in that setting and get excited about coming to the studio and like being there and helping them envision the actual experience, which is what they're paying for.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would also have a
yeah.
release date, Michelle. So like, let people know like, okay, the like I'm releasing these mini sessions are opening on Friday or whatever you're
Okay.
doing. So that you have until whatever day, give yourself a few days to hype it up, to go through all this stuff on stories, send out a few emails before you actually open up the doors, open the cart, whatever you're going to call it, for people to buy a mini session.
Okay, that's really good. One more thing I've kind of been struggling with is like pricing them because I went through and kind of added up all of my costs for like if I was able to book 4 families, like okay, what would my film cost and like this what the studio is costing. And I feel like 350 is like a price that I'm okay with. Like I feel like it'd still be worth it. But I don't know if that's too much or like for
Definitely not too much.
I don't know. I just feel like no one's gonna buy them.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. And like that might happen. It's okay. That's happened to me before where I put out mini sessions, nobody bought them. And I'm still here. So like we're good.
Yeah.
You're good. And so like let's just think through the worst that can happen. The worst that can happen is you go to the studio and nobody buys them. Right? And so then what? Are you able to get a refund from the studio, or are you gonna be doing your self-portrait project in that studio in that time?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I can cancel up to like 2 days before.
Okay, you can cancel. So
yeah, so it's totally fine. That's
really,
what I'm like. That's
really
why I felt okay booking
story
it.
is that there's zero risk here, except
Yeah.
and I don't want to minimize that because it's real. But like, let's just give you some space and a round of applause to yourself for like putting yourself out there on this. And what we have to do in the meantime is just have you get out of your own way so that people can experience what this would be like with you. And so you're going to do everything that you possibly can in the marketing of it. And you're going to follow this plan that we've talked about today. And we're going to see what happens if people buy them, if they don't. And if they don't buy them, we can survey them and ask them after, hey,
Mhm.
why didn't you buy? Was there like something else that I could have offered that might have made this more interesting? Because we think it's about price, but it never is about price. People are paying, you know, double, triple, whatever that for mini sessions all the time, every day in other places, with other photographers, whatever. So it's not about price, it's about value and communicating that value. So I'm excited for you. You're going to do all this stuff, and we're going to be here as a soft landing place either way, whatever happens.
Thanks.
Good? Okay. Thank you guys so much for being here today. There were 3 of you that we didn't get to. Please post your ideas in the group, or we can connect with you again. I can't remember if we have off next week. Do we have implementation week next week? I'll let you know in the group. I got to recheck the schedule. COVID has kind of thrown me for a loop. But please just take like a small step of action this week, everybody. And then we will come back again. Big love and hugs to all of you. Bye.